What's going on, guys? So I just got done recording my reaction to another stroke of the Lyrish, and I felt like doing something a little different. I've had this idea in my head for a little while, and figured now would be a good time as any to do it. And I basically just want to show basically what I do when I'm editing videos, what programs I use, the equipment I use. So I use quite a lot, actually. I probably use a little bit more than I really need to, but that was my update. Sorry. Obviously, the first thing you have to have is a microphone, and I have two different ones that I use. Mainly, the ones you guys hear is just a cheap $6 clip-on microphone that I have attached to my mask. Mainly I started using that one because I was trying to get my voice to sound less muffled by the mask, which it did a little bit, but obviously I ended up losing out on some of the audio quality because of it. I think someone pointed out in one of my older videos that it sounded like there was a fan running in the background, which there wasn't. That was just how the microphone is. But when I'm not wearing the mask, I'm using the microphone I'm talking through right now, which is a Blue Snowball. It's about $60, and for that price, it's not a bad quality at all. I'm not even going to be running through any auto editors like Audacity or anything. It's already going to sound a lot better than the clip-on mic. The other piece of equipment I use is my webcam. It's the Logitech C615. I got this for about $50. This is pretty much, I believe, the second best Logitech webcam you could get. I went with this one mainly just to see how it was. It was a little cheaper than the next one up. And it recorded in my videos in 1080p HD, which is what I wanted. It does not. The downside with this one is that you don't get 1080p Skype calls. You only get 720, which for me is fine because I don't do Skype calls that much. There's some other downsides with this one compared to the other version, but if you're just wanting to get like basic, if all you want to do is get 1080p HD videos, this will do you just fine. But like I said, I'll probably upgrade to the next one up, which is called the C920. There's different versions of them. There's like the Pro 920, that's about a little over $60. Then there's another one called the C930E. That one's actually $100. Again, I don't know what the difference between those are in terms compared to the one I'm using, but you can easily find comparisons to that out there somewhere. And then the headset you guys see me wearing in my videos, it's the Razer Kraken Pro 7.1 surround sound, about $80. It's pretty good. Obviously, as you probably seen in my videos, it comes with a built-in mic for gaming. But obviously, I never used that for recording. Not when I got the Blue Snowball. So, in terms of equipment, that's about all I use. Now we go to the software. I use 4 different programs for my editing. The first one I'm going to show you is what I use to record some stuff. Actually, before I get into that, sorry, let me just mention the programs I use to get the videos, to download the videos that I react to. I originally used this one, YouTube Downloader. I don't care about that. YouTube Video Downloader. I don't know it's trying to download something right now. I think I tried doing that before and I swapped to a different program. This is what I originally used when I first started, but at one point when I was trying to download a bunch of videos for requests, I ended up getting a lot of errors saying like the video wasn't available to download. And someone else mentioned that I should try using a different downloader for this. So I swapped to using this one called Clip Grab. I think it might just be me. I feel like it downloads videos a little slower than YouTube Downloader, but I've had no problems with this, so it's definitely a lot easier to do. I get the same, it grabs everything in the highest quality that I got set up as. It's pretty nice. And I'm sorry if you're here, if I'm popping a lot. I forgot my pop filter. Another thing you guys should get if you're gonna do audio recording or just anything with a microphone in general, get a pop filter. They're pretty cheap. I got mine for about $6. I also saw originally when I first started, I used the trick that I learned from another YouTuber where they basically just put a sock over their microphone and it doubled as a pop filter. Might not be as great as an actual pop filter, but it worked. So now we get on to the program. So one of the software I use is this. Mauve AVI Video Suite 15. I got this for $60. You could buy each of these like components separately, but I found that it's cheaper if you just get the whole suite. So I think each of these is about $30 each, or you just buy the whole thing for about $60. You get your video editor, video converter, the screen capture, which is what I'm using to record this, the webcam capture, which is what I use to record my webcam, which I actually got right there. Hey, yeah, that's what I use for that. Split video and watch video, I never touched that, but like I said, it's cheaper if you just buy this whole thing. Though edit video, I never really knew. I used to read a little bit at the start when I first got it, but my other video editor is just much better than that. You don't get as much stuff with it. Mainly the three that I use here are these three. So I'm going to start with convert video. So after I recorded my video through my webcam, what I do, it saves it in a different file format. It doesn't save it in anything you can use in my video editor. It comes out as these MKV files. So what I end up having to do is throw it into this video converter, and I convert it out into my MP4 format. Though what I also like to do in order to try and fit it onto my video a little bit better is I kind of just crop it out. So instead of having a wide 1080 resolution, I just go with this little box shape. Or sorry, not 1080, 920. And then I just convert it out like that. It usually doesn't take too long with my computer. It depends on obviously how long the video itself is, and then your system. Like, because you see, I got an NVIDIA graphics card, so it's actually going a little bit faster because it's using that GPU acceleration. But yeah, it like I said, if you're using on like a cheap laptop, it might actually go a little bit slower than this. It depends. But anyway, so I'm gonna let that go, and I'll cut to when this is done. So I'll see you in a little bit. All right, and we're back. So just finished converting it. As you can see, I now have it right here as a MP4 file, and I can now use it in my video editor. So don't need this anymore. I can close that out. And now we get to the second program that I use, which is called Sony Movie Studio. I use this is the 13th edition. If any of you are familiar or have heard of Sony Vegas, this is the cheaper version of it. Obviously won't have all the stuff that you would get in Vegas, but for people like me who are just doing this for fun, and it's a more affordable version of Vegas. I got this for about $60. And like I said, it pretty much comes with everything you would get in Vegas. Pretty much anything that everything I would need. So at this point, this is when I start doing my work. So the first thing you have to do is obviously set up a new project, and then I gotta start bringing in all the files that I'm gonna be working with. So I'm gonna pull in everything, all the pictures I'm gonna use, background, and the picture of the inverted shadow, his thumbnail, to put in the outro, the video itself. My webcam footage. And then I'm gonna need my outro and my previous video. And also, you might be wondering, if I have a video editor software, why don't I just record my webcam through this program? Sony Movie Studio and Sony Vegas are very weird when it comes to that. I don't really know how to explain it because I never really understood it, but for some reason you can't record your webcam through this program, which is why I had to get the Mauve AVI video suite. When I first started off, I was just using Windows Movie Maker. You can record webcam with that. Obviously, it wouldn't have been as good quality, and you can only record up to an hour, which is usually about all you need. But for other videos like the Opponents Deontology series and the future episodes of Turnabout Storm that I'll be doing, I'm definitely need to record more than an hour. So now what I need to do is put all this into my track. I'll probably do a video later if anyone's interested in how to actually set some of this stuff up. But for now, I'm just going to get through this. So I'm going to make 2 tracks for the video. I'm going to do one for Lyrish, one for the reaction, and one for the background. And just move my audio files a little bit. Okay, so now I just start putting it down in there. So to start, I'm going to, there's always like a little break before I actually start talking, so I gotta cut that out. It's about right there. And then at that point, that's when I bring this down and expand it to the end, like so. Then I'm going to go ahead and, well, first thing I need to do is actually resize this. So I'm going to just move it down, put it down toward the bottom. Scale that up a little bit. No, it's too big. Yeah, I kind of just have to play around with it a little bit. There we go. Alright, now I can fit this one in.
This one's a bit long. So
I get closer to start.
start in 3, 2, 1, start.
And then I just fit it in right there. And then I do the same thing. Just resize it down, fit it to the right. There we go. Now, at this point, I also want to turn down the audio. If you're going to do these, make sure that the audio, the video you're watching, is a little bit lower than your your voice.
Got both Lyra and Bonbon.
There you go. Always kind of a little annoying trying to listen to reactors when you can't really hear them over the video they're reacting to. After that, I'm gonna go over here and make sure that these both end at the same time.
Easy.
Sometimes the like my little webcam footage might extend a little bit past the background. A lot of times I can't do anything about that. It won't let me match it up, but you know, just to make sure it actually stays there. And then I let it fade out.
Take it easy.
Like so. Now I end my outro. This one I'm going to need 4 video tracks. Since I decided to start adding in not only my previous video, but the original video and link to the creator's channel on the outro, I had to make 2 extra video tracks than my previous outro, but it's better that way. Get some of the views back over to the original creator's channel. What was that? I need original. Okay, then I gotta get some more audio tracks. Now, since one of them is just a picture of the creator's channel, I don't need an audio track for that. Okay, so now I need to bring in the outro. Just gonna go right there. And then I'm going to start off by bringing in the previous video that I made. Should be this. I'm just going to find a spot in there. Fortunately, I didn't really say too much. I try to get like little spots where I was talking. Yeah, I think that'll work. Then I match it up at the start. And I go to the end and cut out the rest. And then just like with the previous videos, I gotta resize it. That works. Okay. Now I do the original video. Just yeah, that worked. And resize that again. Alright, and with these two, gotta make sure that those are muted. Because since I got just music playing during this outro, I definitely don't want the audio from those videos going in over the top of that. Then I'll add the channel thumbnail. Alright, there we go. And then finally, what I do, because when I made that this outro on Source Filmmaker, I went ahead and had it fade out or fade in, and it's kind of a mistake really. I wasn't really thinking about the fact that I was gonna have to fade in all the other videos too. It would have been easier if I had just faded in the outro along with the other videos as well. But so what I'm gonna have to do is let it play a little bit, and right about there, and then just fade everything to that point. And that looks good enough. Okay, and at that point, that's about all the editing I do. So then that's when this is when I would render it out. Like I said, if anyone's interested, I might make a tutorial on how to set up all this stuff for doing, like rendering out 1080p videos. But I'm just trying to show how I do this for right now. I go down here, save it to my videos. Now, as you see, this video is 2 gigabytes, almost 35 minutes, if not 35 minutes. Well, I kind of noticed though, now obviously because I'm rendering out a 1080p high definition video, it's going to take longer, no matter what. But from what I've noticed, I could be completely wrong on this. It seems like the rendering depends more on how long the video is rather than the file size. I figured it would have been the file size that determines it, but it seems to be the length. Again, I could be wrong about that. So this video right here is probably going to take an hour and a half at least to get done. So obviously I'm going to cut all that out because I got 2 more programs to show. So I'll let this thing go, and I'll be back once it's done. Alright, and we're back, guys. So yeah, that ended up taking 2.5 hours to render. I think I said at least an hour and a half. It ended up being twice as long. But yeah, so now that is done. Actually, I did that back up. So now I move on to my next thing that I do, which is make a thumbnail for the video. And what I'm going to do is first I'm going to get rid of everything, and then I'm going to pull down the video I'm reacting to, and I basically just find still a frame in here that I like. Usually I try to go for if they have like the intro title like that. If I can get to it again. Yeah, like that. I'll go for this if the video doesn't have a frame with the video title in it, then I'll just write one in there later on. I just grab that one little frame, and I almost do the same thing I did last time, except I'm gonna do it as an image sequence and a PNG, and I'll save it to my desktop. So let's see. Alright. And of course that one takes no time since it's just one frame. So now I got it right there. And then this one I come into my third program, which is After Effects. Now you could probably do this with any like photo editing program. If you wanted, you could probably even just upload that thumbnail as is once you download it. But for what I like to do, because I have my OC that I put onto the thumbnail, I have to do it this way. I believe you can get After Effects. I think it comes as a monthly plan now. Yeah, the After Effects Creative Cloud. You could get that by itself for $20 a month. Yeah. Or if you wanted to, you could go ahead, do a prepaid annual plan, which is almost $240, but you just pay it that one time and you have it for the whole year. Probably however you want. So yeah, what I need to do is import the picture. And then put it down underneath. There we go. Then I take this guy and I shrink him down a little bit. Now the problem is, because of how I have him set up, it's going to be blocking the title a little bit. But the title will also, you'll also obviously see the title of the video when it's uploaded anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. And I saved the frame. Don't need that. Has Photoshop as default. I changed that to PNG, and then I changed the file name. And I render that. Make some noise. And at that point, I got my video, I got my thumbnail, so I would be done. Except there's one problem. The video file is going to be big. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, that's 4.79 gigabyte file. That's going to be a very long upload time. So there's something you could do to shrink that in order to really shorten up that time, and that's where my last program comes in, which is called Handbrake. This is free to download. It basically compresses your video file and just shortens up the file size. So I just pull it in, and then I'll change or add on to the name. Now I'll go ahead and show you guys how to use this one, because there's really only two things you have to make sure you do before you compress this. You go to the video tab where it says quality, bump that up to 28. That's pretty much the best way to get like the most compressed you could get it while keeping good quality. And then the second thing you want to do is make sure this is clicked on normal. Other than that, you just hit start. Only takes a few minutes to do. This, in this case, it ends up taking a little bit longer because of how long the video is, but that's basically all I do. Once this is done, I'll go ahead and upload it. And yeah, so that's about it. Also, if you're someone who requested a video a while back and are wondering why I haven't gone to it yet, let me see. Now, ignoring these, because these are something else, I got all of this on the right, and then some of that. That's what I got currently. So, yeah, this is why it's taking me a while. I'm probably, at some point in the future, I'm probably actually going to stop taking requests for a short time, just so I can get through a lot of this, but yeah, because it's starting to pile up. Yeah, that's the reason. I'm getting through these as I can. Some of these are kind of long, which is why I kind of skip over them. There's a few I've skipped over, but I will definitely be getting to them. Don't worry. It just depends on if I have the time to actually watch something that long or not. So, other than that, that's it. That's how I do my stuff. Like I said, if anyone's interested, I'll do tutorials on like how to set up your settings to actually render out in the highest quality and everything, and this thing. Don't ask me anything about After Effects. The only thing I know how to do, and that really is text and how to, remove like if you did like a green screen thing, I know how to get rid of the green so you have a transparent background. That's about all I know how to do in that at the moment. But other than that, that's what I did. I hope it piqued your guys' interest, and I'll see you guys in the next video.